It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Three bucks. Shit. Check safety, check. 46. Check 31. No train. Safe. 26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Cooper was the intended target. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
First carry for Darius Geis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a run with Geis. And an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
180. Let's put him on the butt. Let's put that team on the butt.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Gun.
They'll try the air now with Newton. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. To throw is Newton. And he finds McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 20. Check 24.
It's Geis on the counter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, Newton. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, this is Geis. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Geis. Oh, look at the juke. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Newton into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Switch. We're going to 54. Wide in.
This is Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Elliott running right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes. And it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by it.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Geis. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Newton. Airing it out deep for Smith. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
I can't believe they even let you play. 20.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Bryant has it. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flushed out right. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Break the set. there. 54 Mike. 6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls. Express! Be ready, be ready.
They'll run with Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 19-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll run here with Barber, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here we go on 4th. Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Ready? 58, come on. You got nothing to win.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Redskins 17, Cowboys 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check back.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Newton. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Let's go.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go. Watch out, watch out. Tight end right, tight end right.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Fourth down, Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the ground, it's Geis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Express! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Complete.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that's Elliott, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Cooper was the target there. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. So that's Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now Newton with his first throw in OT. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down. That's one of those pivotal plays that'll just stick out in everybody's mind from this game. If he picks that off, what a momentum swing down here in the end zone.
And he did his job. He knocked the ball away. But it does feel like a letdown for him and his teammates, doesn't it? A chance to intercept it, turn it back over to his offense with a chance to win the game.
Third and long, it's Newton. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Washington, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.